I didn't, though.
That's
Well,
okay.
okay. Okay.
Hit refresh your page.
Hold
See
on.
what that does.
I think I'm in. Okay, I think I'm in, guys. Oh, I have some bars now. Wait, I did. Put it back where it was. Have some bars.
No, it's talking back to 4G.
Can you guys see me now? Can you hear me now? You're freezing though. Okay. Shit. Oh, come on. It's better now. Oh, okay, yeah, it looks like right wherever you're at now. Stand there. Nope, now I'm down to 0. Right there, right there, right there. You're not freezing anymore. Okay. So I can quit acting like nobody's watching me. Okay, so I'm just going to pretend that everybody can hear me.
Take that piece of foil and stretch it out over that way.
Yeah, right. Somebody hold up a piece of aluminum foil outside and no. Okay, so we've got Angela K. Merry Christmas, Angela. Okay. We've got A Fig says I'm loud and clear. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Snotty. Merry Christmas. We've been without internet, phone, and cable all day, but thank God we have power and are warm. Wow. Oh, because of the weather? It's crazy. All kinds of flight delays, and I think so. I think it is going to be crazy. I've been hearing about internet, power, and phone issues all over the place. The winter storms are crazy for they are. Yeah. Say some prayers for everybody out there stuck in this. It's probably best to hunker down. It's cold up here. It's really cold. I don't even know what the temperature is actually right this minute. I've got layers on and the heater going, and it's chilly. When we came in today, water we had left up here had froze. My internet is not good enough. I was going to play a video, but I was not able to get it to come up. So sorry about that. And I think that we might be able to 45. I guess it's 45 degrees here. I don't know. It seems a lot colder than 45. I'm not going to lie. It seems a lot colder than that. Oh, it's 55 in the valley right now. I think it's colder than 45. That's what our thermostat out on the porch says, but yikes. It's supposed to get down to 26 this morning. What is the temperature where everybody's at? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, when we got in this afternoon, oh, it's 15. Ooh, yikes. That's cold. That is cold. When we got here, I think it was 50.
60.
Yeah, around 60 degrees when we pulled in tonight. It was nice. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Did you talk to her? Wow. And she's definitely not used to that. Hey, Summer. 25 feels like 6. Yeah. I think maybe our thermostat's broke because it definitely feels a lot colder than 45 degrees here right now. Wow. It is cold. Yeah, you know how. Oh, yeah. Well, you better get on it. Check on that baby. Both babies. So is everybody ready for Christmas? Well, we're in Arizona, but right now we're in northern Arizona near our at our at our property up north. So this is where me and Mr. Snotty spend our Christmas. We have our Melikaliki Maka with the kids before, which we had last Sunday. and then we come up here and spend Christmas here. So I will say that on our way up today, we went to Coyote Pass, and I think that's going to be a bust. It's really hard to tell exactly where their property is. There's lots of houses up there. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I took a lot of videos. It's gorgeous. And the homes up there are just beautiful. But I don't know any more about what Sister Wives are doing than I did before I went. I got to be honest, I just can't figure it out. It's a big landmass. And hi, Frazzle, there you are. How did cookies go today with the grandbabies? I got to tell you, I have continually chuckled to myself over Jerry calling JLR a bitch. That just made me laugh so hard. What? Didn't go well? I'm sorry. Did we keep you up too late? Yep. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Yeah, we figured it out. So now that our Christmas is over and all that, then we got to get this handled. Yeah, we're all right, don't brag. Just kidding. I don't ever remember my kids eating so much when they were little. Well, you know what happens, you get spoiled with grandma. That's what's supposed to happen. Oh my God, wasn't it funny? I could not stop laughing. I don't know why. It just hit my funny bone. It really did. I went to bed just laughing about it, and throughout today, I just kept chuckling to myself. I'm like, it was totally something I would say. It just cracked me up. Oh my God. So funny. It's so true. Damn it. We got ourselves all wound up in it. Yep, you are, Summer. That's good. I expect it. Oh, there you are, Top Hat. Wow. Well, hello. You know what I did today? Well, just about a half hour ago, because I wanted to play some stuff or a video from Twitter tonight, and I actually took a screenshot that I'm going to email you that shows I have no followers. What the actual F? Seriously? Some of this is operator error, but not all of it. It totally did, Frazzle. Oh my God. That made me laugh so hard. I don't know why. It just caught my funny bone. I could not stop. I love shit like that. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Stop. Well, that was a shitty move. That was a bitch move. It's exactly what it was. And I feel so stupid because I was all over it. No, I don't really know, Frazzle. It was really hard to tell what was going on. There's a lot of beautiful, huge homes up there, but I really couldn't tell exactly where I put in the maps their spot and we drove to it. But it was really hard to tell. I took some video and pictures. Yeah, well, I hope so, but how stupid. I do have 3 people following me, damn it. Don't lie. That's what it shows for you. I'm telling you, I took a screenshot today because it says 0. Because I wanted to go to my followers and follow them. But I don't have any. That's why you don't watch my stuff, because it's clickbait. Do I do that? I'm over 900 subs today. I was 907 earlier. Now I'm 905. I don't know what I did, but hello, Quinny. Hi. Oh, I didn't see it. I don't know what the actual AF is going on.
Oh, I think the internet might be toggling, but I don't understand that comment.
Right. Summer, do you think that I do clickbait? I really do want to know that because I don't mean to at all. I know sometimes we end up kind of going in a different direction, so I try to change the thing, but I don't try to be dishonest at all, ever. I promise you that. I don't know if, let's see if you can come on. Okay, I don't know because it said, Summer says here, let me see. It's exactly why I don't want your stuff, because it's always clickbait. I knew it was at the beginning. I'm sorry about that. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Cancel. Okay. There you go, Fig.
Yeah. Click onto your video real quick. Just left mouse click. Oh, okay, sorry, right mouse click. Right mouse. The right hand button.
Yeah.
What about, okay, the other hand button?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to change your video quality. It's on auto. If you turn it down to something
Oh,
much
right
lower
here.
quality. No. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Fine.
Oh, settings right here.
Yes, settings. Camera resolution. Select that.
Where I don't see
Pull down
it.
at the bottom of the screen right
Oh,
there.
it's down here.
Yep. Select the lowest one you can get your hands on. Go down. Scroll it. Okay, go ahead with 360 then. That'll help.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It'll use less bandwidth.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, okay. I'm glad to see that. Oh, okay. Okay. No, okay. I'm glad to see that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to click faster.
Okay, good, Summer. I was like, oh my God, I did not know. I really did not know that anyone thought that.
You wanted that
Good,
video,
good.
you wanted the video of the interview Brian Minton did with the police chief, right? That's one you were looking for?
Ooh, that sounds amazing, Quinny. Yeah, I wanted to play that because, well, what I was thinking, now you guys let me know what you want to do, but I kind of thought maybe we would just chat about Idaho for not get into whatever's out. There's so much stuff. I don't want to get into any of the rumors and nonsense, and I don't want to, but maybe just a good chat about it. What we all are thinking, because it is, like I said last night, I know a lot of people think it's getting too much airtime and but it's a big thing. It is. So I kind of thought maybe we could just have a good chat about it. Like, what do we all think ourselves? We don't know. Of course we don't know. But do you guys want to do that or not? I don't know what you think. Hey, Travis. Yeah, I'm just glad that it's horrible. It is. Are you there, Fig?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, okay.
Because of just letting you talk.
No, okay. I just wondered would you guys want to do that? I mean, we can talk about anything you guys want at all, but I kind of thought, people have so many different thoughts about things, and so maybe we can chat about it. Whatever y'all want to talk about.
Well, that video you were talking about, the thing I thought was interesting was when the police chief said, we don't know where this person is. I thought,
right.
To me, that tells me they have a really good idea of who they think it is, but they don't know where they are. So that was the part I haven't listened to the whole interview. That was just the little clip I saw. So.
Right. And I tried to pull it up here and I couldn't, because I had the whole clip.
I have it here too. That's why I was wondering if I played them for you, if it would work well with because I know your internet situation is bad up there. I don't know if it's going to affect it or not.
Yeah, you think they know? I think they do too. I can't help up anymore. Hi, Free Spirit. I don't know what that means. Am I still with Mullet? I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm still a sub. I don't know what that means. You can't help up anymore. I don't know what you're talking about, but right. See, that's what I'm talking about, Summer. I kind of feel like maybe we want to talk about this because a lot of people have a lot of thoughts on it. We went down I got sent in a bad way last night. I don't know. But it really got me all, my heart was beating so fast.
Well, to me,
I
it's
was
really
like, oh my God, for real? For real? Oh shit. I was freaking out.
that comment was also super interesting to me too, because if they do have an idea of who it is and they don't know where they are, then it's none of the people that
Right.
have
Because they know anybody that we would think they do know. Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know. There's a whole lot in that, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then it kind of worked with I saw a lot of maps out there of where the police collected surveillance footage from. And it
Yeah.
definitely looked like they were onto tracking movement of some kind. They were on a path. It was a very clear path with turns and everything. It wasn't just a broad net in all directions.
Okay.
I'll see if I can pull that up for you later. Let me see if this video will work. Oh, sorry. Let me see if this video will work without messing your stuff up.
Okay. Yeah, don't mess me up, damn it. I'm just playing.
Can you not hear me, Mr.
No,
Snotty?
you can't. No, you weren't?
I wasn't.
I've been hearing you the whole time.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I know no one's going to see me. I already took my makeup off for the night. I got wild hair. So
I just put mine on just right 5 minutes before I got on here.
I figured I had already taken it off, though. So that's not.
I left my house this morning with wet hair, and we were just trying to get on the road.
Same. Okay. So.
Okay, I'm going to add this.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like it's not slowing you down. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't, because it's going to be using my internet to play it. Hopefully that's how it works. Okay. This is the video you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me share this. Oh, wait, am I already sharing it?
Yeah, you're sharing it.
Okay. So you handle it now, right? Okay.
Yep, I gotcha.
Thank you so much for being with us. It's been almost 6 weeks now since the murders. I know you're getting hundreds of tips still coming in every day. Are you getting closer, Chief, to finding the killer or killers?
We're continuing the investigation. We're continuing to push on. We have, like I said from the very beginning, I'm very confident that we will have a conclusion to this. A timeline, that's going to be as things develop, and we're following up on all those leads.
The latest I heard, you've done 250 interviews, your detectives, which is an enormous amount of work going on behind the scenes that obviously the public can't see. And I know there's a lot you can't talk about, but can you tell us whether you're zeroing in on one or two people at this point?
Like we've said through the whole investigation, there's things we have to keep for the integrity of the case, and we're going to continue with that. We are interviewing a lot of people, and we're gathering a lot of information, and we're putting that puzzle together, and we're painting a picture, and we're trying to put that all together.
I've sort of thought about this, Chief. The fact that you've got so many resources there in the FBI and technology and the resources from the feds, should we assume that this was almost someone almost like a professional who knew what they were doing? Because it seems like if this was just some college kid, surely that person would have been tracked down by now.
So I think there's some misconception out there with how we operate here in Moscow. We've called in ATF in the past. We've called in the FBI in the past on many of these big cases because they have resources that we don't. And we want to have the best investigators there. That's why we call in the state police from the very beginning of these as well. So we've always done those type of investigations with the help of our federal partners as well as our state partners.
And you mentioned calling in the state police at the beginning. One concern that we've heard from the Gonzalez family attorney is he has questioned how the investigation was handled in the first 48 hours. He says perhaps there was more that could have been done. immediately after the murders. Do you think things were handled properly right at the beginning? I mean, do you have any regrets about the way things were initially handled?
I do think they were handled properly. We secured the scene quickly. We called in the state police. We did our due diligence in getting the things that we needed to do to, have this be a solid case all the way through. We called in the state lab to collect evidence. And I believe that it was the initial stuff that we started and how we did things that will help bring this to a conclusion.
And, school's out now, winter break at University of Idaho. I believe the kids come back on January 11th. We've heard from parents who are worried, saying, maybe I'm going to keep my kids home or have them do online school. What do you say to those families that are concerned about sending students back?
What I've always said is we're a very proactive police force. We're out and about. We're on campus a lot. We're out doing patrols. But personal safety, people do need to pay attention to their surroundings. People need to make sure that they watch out for one another. But we want the students to come back, but we also want them to feel safe. So that's going to be a family decision, I think, on a lot of those parents and kids.
Is there any way of knowing right now, and again, I know there's things you can't say, but of whether this murderer is still in the area or may be far away by now?
Like I said, we're not disclosing any of that, but there's some of that we just don't know at this point. We're still trying to put everything together. We've said all along that we need people to be vigilant. We need people to pay attention because we're not sure exactly where the individual is.
The white Hyundai Elantra that's obviously gotten so much attention, people all over the country looking for it. Should they still be on the lookout? I mean, do you think you've gathered what you need in terms of that car, or are you still wanting people to call in?
We still are asking people to call in on any spotting of white Elantra. We appreciate all the tips that we've gotten, not only from local Moscow, but state, but across the nation. And we're following up on all those. So every tip helps. Like I said, we don't know exactly which tip is going to be the one that really secures a piece of information that we're looking for, but we're looking into all those.
I've been outside the house quite a bit over the last month. I saw on, it was 2 days ago, there were some detectives that showed back up to the house. Any idea how long you'll keep that a crime scene the way it is all roped off?
Not exactly sure. We're working with investigators to verify when they're ready to release that. But as soon as we can release it, we will.
And I know how hard everyone has been working, again, behind the scenes. You have so many detectives on the case, and the feds and the state troopers who are there. Obviously, a lot of people working the case have families and kids. I know you've mentioned before that there's young officers that first showed up to the crime scene and it was emotional for them. I mean, how's everybody doing at the department?
I think we're doing well. Actually, we're very committed. We're committed to this. We've said all along that we will push through, and we're giving people time off as needed and giving them a break and getting them back. But we're keeping people healthy, and we're going to continue to push on this. We're committed to this.
Well, Chief Fry, we appreciate your time.
Okay. Yep. So that was it. That was your video. You're muted. You're muted, Jackie.
That's right. Okay. I was sorry.
No, so I thought it was on my end at first. I was like, I can't hear you.
No, I muted myself because I thought that's why we were having the echo, and then I muted you. But I forgot I had done that. Ooh, goulash. Yep. Yep, that sounds real close to ours. It's a big time favorite over here, Mars house. But Yeah, I don't know what you guys are getting out of that. No, I'm not.
Love goulash. Yep. Yes, Beck, it's delicious.
Yes. So I don't know. What are you guys thinking about? What is everybody thinking? I have my own ideas about it, but what kind of thing, because to me, it has to be said that in my opinion, this is not a serial killer. There's way too many. There were so many risks involved in this. And particularly the fact that it was a cul-de-sac, there's no throughway there. That's a thing for me. And not only that, you have to have certain elements for this to work. And motive in this case is 100% for me. What do you think, Fig?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could. I don't know, honestly. It would definitely be weird for it to be a stranger, for sure. I've said that like multiple times. I think it would definitely be unusual. They've interviewed over 250 people. That's a lot of individuals to be interviewing, which goes to what some were saying. It doesn't sound like they had a very clear vision of who they were looking for if they interviewed that many people. But to me, it's still the idea of saying, like, we don't know where this individual is, to me was really telling, I think, by accident, by saying that.
I'm not, see, I've been mulling over that all day. And for me, the fact is that there's two options here where the police are concerned. They either don't know shit or they're just 100% not saying shit. And I hope it's the latter. That's what I hope.
Well, and it could be either, honestly, because obviously it's.
Because we really never get anything out of them because, I try to read everything into their words, like this. We don't know where this person is. But then I don't know that we can, that's really what's happening. Maybe it's just coming from him because I have heard some people say, well, the chief doesn't know all of it because investigators are working on it. Now, I would think in this case, there would be a daily briefing on this. To me,
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm going where I'm at, and I have been for quite a while. I have two thoughts here. I think 100%, obviously, only my own opinion here. Clearly, that's all this is. I think Jack D did it. And I think that the roommates have not been completely forthcoming. Maybe they have, and we just don't know it. But I find their behavior very sus. That's where I'm at. Doesn't mean shit. That's just what I think.
Yeah, it definitely could mean nothing. Like I said, I don't think that the police chief is very good at talking to the media, so he says a lot of contradictory things from one statement to the next. So it is hard to say. I don't know. To me, it still feels like it could be anybody. It just is so strange. Yes, a stranger would definitely be weird for sure. It's not completely unheard of. But I also, I mean, and I probably shouldn't. I just have this really hard time believing that this, 21-year-old college student who's like mad at his girlfriend would just slaughter 4 people. And And I probably shouldn't have that feeling. I think that's just I don't want to believe something like that, but.
Well, I believe firmly that Ethan and Xana were not intended.
That's always
But
been my
when you go in like this, you absolutely should have it in your head that you might have to go 6 because there were 6 people in the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And to think that he would just like be so angry at his girlfriend for whatever reason, to be prepared to possibly murder 6 people, it just seems like there would have been easier ways to take care of the person that you were actually mad at. That sounds really bad, but that's.
Well, obviously, this was not a normal thinking person.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But to me, this has major motive.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, there's always a motive, whether or not the motive makes sense to anybody or whether or not it's kind of like
Right.
a personal motive or not. I mean, even serial killers have a motive. Their motive is for whatever their sick fantasies and situations are. But
typically, they don't take these kind of risks.
No, that
was a huge risk.
Complete stranger serial killer definitely does seem like it's not likely. It's not impossible, but it feels a little unlikely for that to be the case. I would still say it has to be somebody who at least knew them in some way, in some kind of capacity. An outside, more fringe type person, somebody on the outskirts of their friends, somebody who had a beef with them. But it's even then, it just seems like that's a really ballsy move to break into a place with 6 people in it and then have your targets be the people on the 3rd floor. It just seems like
and I think
easier ways.
We've been told that each individual room had a code lock on it.
Yes.
So in this house, house didn't rent. This house rented by the room. And each individual room had a lock. So this person had to have had that kind of stuff. And within such an odd house, he had to have knowledge. I personally believe this person was laying in wait. He was there before anybody got home. That's what I believe. I think. I'm not saying I'm not wrong. I wish it didn't happen. But these kinds of things just sound really crazy to me that I just can't. Somebody had to have a strong motive, very strong motive for this. Are you there? How did she get muted again?
I don't know.
Oh, she muted herself. I didn't mute her.
Sorry, I had said I'd be right back. Sorry about that. You might not have heard me.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I didn't mean to mute you.
No, yeah, sorry. I had to go get a drink and use the restroom. My whole, so I saw somebody, and you guys might have kind of gotten past that, but I know nobody's really gotten past it. The roommates and the suspicion with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really find it that hard to believe that they didn't wake up or anything. I definitely think it's a possibility. Yes. You've been drinking and all these different things. Like a train could probably run through my room and I wouldn't hear it after I've been, out all night. But I always think about when I was like 11 or 12 or something, I read, we were on like a road trip. I read an article in a magazine where they had interviewed some of the girls from the Ted Bundy sorority house murders. Which, yeah, I was like 11 or 12 when I read that. But those girls didn't wake up either. They didn't hear You know, a lot of those girls had no idea what had gone on until they woke up the next day. So, and that was in, you know, a sorority house. So it just, to me, doesn't really seem like it's that unlikely. I don't know. That's what.
No, I'm not surprised that they didn't hear. That part doesn't surprise me, especially the way, you know, that house, that part is not even like right above them. Well, I don't, it's all goofy. The house is goofy.
Ethan and Xana's room was right above it, but
right. I was going to say, except for that. Right.
But again, I just don't find it that bizarre. I know it sounds like there would be, I know it was probably very loud and they were screaming, but I don't know. That to me doesn't bother me as much as the 911 call, which I think is still very strange that they won't really
all the friends and calling the friends over right away.
Yeah. That to me is definitely more.
That's
weird.
The part that is extremely sketchy for me.
And that the police just won't release the details of that, even if you don't release the call. If you're so worried about the public and their speculation, why not just release the details of that call so you can?
So that means that is definitely a source that that is part of the investigation that means something.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you don't have to say if you want to keep things that they said on the call secret because it's guilt knowledge or whatever. I can understand that. But just say if they've just said, no, this is how this went down. One of the roommates passed out or blah, 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 blah. Then people could lose their suspicion of the roommates, but they say nothing. And to me, that's very, very strange. And I don't know if it's just because, again, they're incompetent, but you would think they would want to get a little bit more public trust. I don't know. Weird.
That's too funny, Quinny. I'm telling you, I have always wanted to be one. Seriously.
Same. That's why I was reading a Ted Bundy sorority article at 11.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, the roommates know more. They have to. Yeah. Do you want to come up, Travis? I know he's been wanting to put out some stuff. Come up, Travis, and tell us what you think. This, you know, this doesn't mean anything. It just means what we think, you know. And sometimes we just really, being who we are, we just want to parse this out. We just want to brainstorm it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm with Summer. I think whoever it was has been in the house. But again, I think that's still a very large number of individuals. I mean, this place, even before all of these roommates lived here, this place has a history of being a party house for years and years and years. So, I mean, geez. I can't even imagine the hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of people that have been in that house at some certain time. But I do think it is weird that they will not give the details to even try to take suspicion off those roommates. Even vague details, they just won't. It's weird.
Okay. Yeah, Quinny, I think so too. I mean, I think, and that's what they've said. First of all, some of these police officers that responded to this had never been to a crime scene, a murder crime scene ever. And there are also many who have said they have, you know, retired after 30 years or more that have never been to one like that. 100%. And it doesn't matter who you are. That stuff still, you know, I continue. I know I don't talk about it all the time. I'm not trying to make a big thing of it, but obviously I talk about my dad being a homicide detective. And he, you know, he was a very strong man. He was very, nobody would look at him as weak at all. Very large in every way, personality, size, everything. He was, you know, really traumatized to some degree in a lot of things he saw. It doesn't, you know, that's not easy to look at. And this is something that people don't think about a lot when they want to talk about cops. You don't understand some of the stuff they've seen. Besides, the way they're treated, just, in a non-criminal way. A lot of times. It's very hard for them. You do feel the same. Oh, Snotty, I think yeah, I do. I can't help it. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is very, very difficult. I mean, I know my dad would say he could almost every time you go, you get to a scene, you almost always can relate that person to somebody you know. And there was one time that he, the little girl was face down, and he said she absolutely could have been me. And he was sick when he walked up on it. Right. It's, my mom would tell me that he would just go in the bathroom and listen to tapes over and over and over again. But he wouldn't let me cross the street at 15. Right, like a deep-seated thing, where some people just really, you don't even realize that they're pissed off, but they are really hoarding up some anger. Yeah, I don't know. We did go through the 4chan stuff, and what that means, I don't know. I tend to not buy into that. To me, that sounds way out there. I mean, because this is so drastic. It's so crazy. I feel like you have to have a very personal, no, that's right. People do. And sometimes it's something like you can't believe that they were ever mad about it, but they like never got over it. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, that's just so wild. What do you think of all the 4chan stuff? Am I saying it right? Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Summer, do you have any thoughts about that? Yeah, see, I don't buy now that I don't buy as an accident. They have to have what? Marks on their hands. No. I think so too. What if you really did? I don't know. To me, where motive is concerned and opportunity is Jack. Ability, I don't know. That's the part I don't know how that could work. I don't think it's going to be anybody that we think it's that we think it's going to be someone else that's been inside the house before, though. No, it is. And this is why this is not one that cannot not be solved. It can't. because it's way too gruesome. It's way too horror film to me. It just cannot. Right. It was some very strong emotion, whatever emotion that is, hurt, anger, whatever it was. It's very strong, and it's it's not okay no matter what. But this, there's no way that there was not a motive here. No way. There's no way it's random. That is what I will not believe. That this is very motive driven, very much.
Yeah, I
And
definitely
that,
don't think it's random. I don't know. The thing of it is, though, like, this was a house full of really pretty young sorority sisters, right? There could be a ton of people that had some kind of problem or issue or rage against them, or, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, violence against women is pretty.
well, well, what I had said from the very beginning was like an incel.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that being a motive for somebody.
Mhm.
Men have done far worse to women that have pissed them off.
Well, there's this group, and they say that the FBI is, they're very much on top of, that was one of the first things they did in this, is get into these groups of these incels, because who was it? The biggest incel situation, I don't know, he was some Hollywood producer's son, spoiled brat. He drove his whatever series of BMW over to kill all those girls.
Yeah.
Because there are just kids that they can never get a date with the pretty girl.
Right.
I forget what incel exactly stands for, but that's, the
Involuntarily celibate.
right. Okay. Well, see.
Merry Christmas, Mares. She's gonna get off her phone. She says her connection's really bad. Stay warm.
Oh, okay. Yes, and Merry Christmas. And we're praying for you and the kids and all that. We haven't forgot about you. I have not.
So some of the Facebook pages that I'm on, I joined a couple different Facebook pages of people that are investigating this or whatever. A lot of them found that interview to be interesting as well.
They come up with some shit though, Ashley.
Oh, they do.
I had to get away from that. I had to walk away from that because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. But I mean, they were saying it did feel like the police actually had a direction this time. And again, I don't know if that's because that guy's just really bad at speaking to the press, or if there really is some nuggets in there. It's hard to tell with him.
Well, yeah, Summer, we definitely don't know. Of course we don't, but sometimes it's just nice to just brainstorm about it. Again, it's just, I don't know. For me, I've always been a crime junkie, and so have my kids. And so this is what we do when we hang out. This is what we do. We talk about this stuff just because, we can't help it. So, and we don't have to talk about it. We don't.
Yeah, it's Friday Night Fun. We talk about whatever. I just wanted to jump on so that we can play that video. I know you wanted to play that, and I know your internet's not going to be able to manage all of that. So I
just want to think what people were thinking about it,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's possible. Just
No,
seems like
I think it's quite possible we are going to be totally blown away by it.
oh yeah.
We're all going to be like, okay, nobody thought that person. Or it's going to be Jack D. It's one of the, I don't know.
And you're not going to be floored at all.
No. Oh, no, we won't go live tomorrow night. No, I figure there won't be anybody wanting me to. What we're going to do here, I might do some shorts. I think I figured out shorts. Let me tell you, I am trying really hard to figure this out. And today I was in Flagstaff and I did one, but I was like, okay, well, I didn't publish it. But I was actually just practicing. I immediately got a text from my aunt that said, hey, your video is private. What's going on? It's like, oh, I was just practicing. I didn't even know I was going to tell anybody I had a video.
Oh, was it while you guys were up there at that property today?
Yeah. Well, when we first I was just trying to do the mountain and stuff just to try to check it out,
Yeah, because I got the alert about it, but I was at work, so I didn't click on it. And then I went later to see, and there was nothing. There was nothing there, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that anything was going to happen. So I just I was like, crap. Because I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to do some shorts maybe here on the property, maybe in the tractor or something this weekend. I don't know. I'm just going to see what goes on. I
could tell you, I've never done YouTube shorts, but I've done Instagram reels and things like that. And like, if you just record like from your regular camera,
right?
then
Okay,
you
yeah,
can edit your video and stuff. That's usually.
I think I got that part figured out now.
Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, good night, Quinny. Hope you get good rest.
Good night. I hope we will see you again on Monday for sure. I could come up. I don't know. I don't think so. But
and Merry Christmas.
I'm going to try to put out some shorts and some pants and some sweaters. No. Oh, gosh. Thank you so much for joining us, though. We really appreciate you. Hello, Southern Grammy.
So, yeah, I've just been looking through this Facebook page. There's so much stuff, though. It's crazy.
No, I found stuff there that I just could not get around. I can't. Just like last night with that whole thing. I don't know if you were here yet when I'm like, cannot stop laughing about Jerry calling him a bitch. That made me laugh so damn hard.
Yeah, that was definitely messed up. I know I was kind of in and out. I was doing some other stuff, listening, watching, doing all this stuff. And then all of a sudden I saw what was going on. I was like, oh, hell. So I stopped what I was doing so I could, look at it with you guys. And then it was nonsense.
Yeah. Well, and that's very frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
It's very frustrating because, no, that's why it made me laugh so hard. I couldn't stop laughing. I went to bed all day today. I'm just chuckling to myself. Like, it's so because that's exactly what I would say. Seriously, why did you make me do that? You are a bitch. It's a total bitch move, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Because my heart was beating. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, what are we going to do about it? We're not going to do anything about it. That's the whole thing. And I'm definitely not going to make shit up.
Right. Right.
Not. Hey, guess where I'm at right now?
Yeah, I don't think that's very appropriate. But
Phi Beta Kappa. But and I guess there's already also a TikToker that's being sued because she apparently, I don't know, but apparently she claims that there's a professor there at the university that was having an affair with one of them and
Wow.
just wouldn't wouldn't let go of I guess this professor asked her, stop what you're saying. None of this is true. I didn't even have any of those kids.
Right. Right.
But she claims she's the one that did it. It was some kind of jealous. I don't know, but she's being sued now. She refused to take it down. It has millions of views. I just heard this on the way. I don't know anything about it. Again, I know nothing. I want to know something really bad.
Right. But yeah, to go throwing stuff out there like that. I know people have thrown around the idea that maybe there's a faculty member involved. And I mean, it's not impossible. That actually did happen at this exact same university several years ago.
Yeah, I heard this.
But so of course that's not, out of the realm of possibilities here, but to go speculating on just complete nonsense, because I haven't seen anything about that.
Well, there's nobody can say that they know who did it.
Right, if they did.
Other than, you know what, until somebody is in handcuffs, and we don't even know then.
Right.
And how many times was BTK cleared? Think about it.
Right. If somebody knows, then we wouldn't be doing,
Right. This would be a done deal.
Because that would be a tip. You'd call it in. The police would be looking into it. That's just.
Yeah. Those kind of people aren't helping anybody.
No.
And clearly when I say this is just what my thinking is, that probably the biggest, you have to think of all the things: opportunity, motive, capability. Capability has to be big here.
Mm-hmm.
And like, Summer says she thinks they're on drugs. I kind of feel like could be like steroids even. They say roid rage. I don't really know. I just hear of that. I don't know much about it, but that could be a fact. But I think motive and opportunity, I feel like motive is the biggest, because opportunity is bad. When you think, that's not a good sign. For the risk.
Right.
There's a lot of risk involved here. You're one person against 6 people in this house, and one being a male. Now,
yeah, I don't know.
I know he didn't live there. But I have a feeling this person knew enough that it was very possible he would be there, that he couldn't rule it out. And I believe he was laying in wait. These are just what I think. This is what I think.
Yeah.
Right. That's planning. No, they planned it well. I feel like the person came in the window where the screen is off. I don't know. Again, I don't know that. And actually, I don't, like I was saying last night, this is the problem. The thing that's so different with this one is that, we talk about all the time, which is thoroughly disgusting as hell, mothers who take their children's life, because that is just something we cannot get our head around. We cannot get it.
Right.
But it's become all too normal, almost. Not for every mother, but for it to happen.
Right.
But I'm not afraid of those people at all. I'm not one bit afraid of Leilani Simon. I'm not one bit afraid of Casey Anthony. I'm not for a second. I would love the opportunity to get my hands on them. They do not scare me. And that's why they attack children. And so many times people attack sex workers and people that are not going to be noticed as missing or whatever, right away, or things like this.
Mm-hmm.
The person who did this actually scares me. That's why this is huge too, because this is a scary person.
Right.
This is somebody I don't want to be face to face with. When almost every one of these motherfuckers I want to be. I would love nothing more than to get my hands on them. I don't want, the minute we find out, I'm going to just, we're just going to get creeps from head to toe. I get them constantly now thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
This person scares the piss out of me. And that's what makes this one really big different.
I just hope that we actually do get to know. I mean, I really felt like this one would be solved fairly quickly just based on the fact it was college students. There's going to be some kind of easy to sort out motive and opportunity, but I don't know. The fact that it's taking this long kind of makes it a little less likely there, I feel like.
Okay, what I'm going to use the facilities.
Yeah, that's a possibility, Summer. I mean, yeah, like I said, everybody is just operating on the assumption that everybody was already asleep and that this person snuck in, but it's entirely possible that they were let in. You're right. I mean, it's not out of the realm anyway of possibilities. I know I saw somebody recently posting a photo of the back of the house, and there's a lot of lights and stuff out there too. So they were saying that if you went in through that back door, you would have been lit up like the 4th of July. I mean, I don't know if those lights are always on, but it's possible they tried to steer clear of that, or somebody would have seen them. I don't know. I just figured they'd have this thing sorted out a lot sooner than they did so far. That makes me nervous. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out who was so angry with anybody in that house that they might want to kill them, especially in such a brutal way. Planned or not, whoever did it has a lot of anger and a lot of rage. And that doesn't just kind of come out easily. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Travis. Hopefully we'll see you later, see you around. I just finished all my wrapping right before I got on, actually. So good to go over here. But the saddest part of today is kill another person over. Yep. No, that is sad. It's happening right now as we speak, unfortunately. That's the super sad. But for some people it doesn't take a lot to be enough motive for murder, but I feel like that's a more easy person to spot if you're a police officer, if they're that easily enraged to just fly off the handle about something so tiny. I think you would have people pointing you in that direction, or other people are aware if you have that kind of a short fuse. I was going around shooting homeless people for absolutely no reason at all. We don't know motive. Yeah. Yep. And that's the serial killers, right? That's what everybody's afraid of, is those guys who don't have a real reason to kill those people other than their own weird, sick fantasies. It's, again, like I said before, it's a possibility because anything's possible at this point. I just feel like it's really unlikely in this case. It's a very, very high risk situation that person was going into. And so to me, it's wild to think that it would be somebody with no motive, no connection, no interest in these people, or even something really small. I don't think it would be something as small as some kind of petty argument. It's not going to lead you to do what this person did.
No, I'm going to tell you something right now. If they say serial killer, then I'm going to say they're full of shit. I'm not going to believe them. Even Israel Keys wouldn't do this.
Well, I mean, if they say it, that's going to be because they have evidence, because you don't just pull a serial killer out of thin air.
Oh, they say some shit that they don't have evidence on.
Oh, I know, but you don't you don't just go grab a guy off the street and you're like, all right, this is a serial killer. Normally, I imagine. I mean, serial killers would have you believe that.
Right. No, I know that. Summer, I think that was in Arizona. I'm pretty sure. Is that the one she's talking about? Fig?
Say whoever died in home.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the one in California, the one she was talking about. Sorry, I thought you were
right. Okay, right. The Stockton.
Yeah, the Stockton serial killer.
Well, the one in Arizona had no motive either. Now, the serial killers don't have a motive other than wanting to kill.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's their own sick reasons for it. So, I mean, they have a quote unquote motive usually, but it's not usually, it doesn't have anything to do with the person that they're killing.
Right. They hate women or something. Yeah.
Right. They're, they're mommies or something. Who knows? But they might not have
and something you may not know, the serial killer that we had in Arizona, Mr. Snotty was on the jury pool.
Yeah, and he got at it. He purposely made sure that he didn't get picked. That was annoying.
Yeah. And I would have loved to have been on it.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't shooting homeless people though. He was just random people on the street.
Right.
They'd just be, walking down the street in downtown, and he'd just start firing on him, pull up to him and start firing on him.
And he had over 100 charges of animal cruelty.
Yeah, that guy was something else. I have no idea who have done it. I know whoever done it, if they knew that person.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be something they've hoarded up for a long time. Right.
Yeah, I definitely think they knew these people, like I said, whether it was, intimately or not. I definitely think there's a reason.
Yeah. No, you're right. No, I really don't either. I just have my, to me, I just try to I think of motive, opportunity, the dog. If this was somebody who just wanted to stab, things and people, whatever, the dog would not have. That dog was purposely left out of the crime scene completely.
Yeah, that is weird. That's really weird.
No, I'm not trying to convict Jackie at all.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to convict anybody. I'm not a prosecutor.
Yeah, put that back on there. Did I just get weird? Hey, you. Good to see you. Thanks. You're so sweet. How are you doing? Are you ready for Christmas now? Is everybody here sub to Devious? I love her.
I do not know her. I'll have to go check that out.
Oh my God. She does this thing where she says period, and oh my God, I couldn't say it because my throat would not do it. But it makes me laugh every time I hear it.
Ah, sorry,
She's
I'm
awesome.
tired.
Yeah, I am. I am tired too, but I'm also freezing and I'm starving. I know.
Lost my voice from yelling.
I bet. I don't know how you do it. I think, oh my God, it would hurt for me to do that. Yeah, she's mocking somebody, but she does this really harsh thing. It's just funny to me. Well, I absolutely am going to. We are already at the cabin. It's freezing cold. But
It's
you
not freezing.
too. I hope you do too. You got your tree all set up, I think, today, my understanding. We're just trying to act like we know. We're trying to solve this case.
Trying to act like we know anything about anything.
Right.
We're really trying to do over here.
I want it to be solved. I think it has to be. What's up, Buttercup? What's up, sister?
Well,
Don't you love it, Frazzled? Period.
As much as people online, you know, a lot of people say that the online sleuths and the YouTube community and people talking about it and this and that they just screw up investigations or they do this and that or they help put pressure on a lot of these investigations. So It's not, and I'm not saying the police don't want to solve them. They do, of course. But, you know, I think they're more easily able to get resources because there's so much pressure on them that things get expedited because there's pressure on them. Everybody stays on task because there's a lot of really horrible, horrible crimes that have been committed in the past that have still not been solved. You know, decades go by and nobody's ever brought to justice. So I think it's
no, you think of, you know, just like look at Kiara Jackson. You know, there's not a lot of people. I didn't want to talk about that because well, I don't know if you even ever watched that one, Fig, because everybody was crying. It was hard.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that one. I know we were super busy that night, but I know you had said
it was hard. I mean, just before we went on, I told Mr. Snotty, I was like, oh, by the way, this is bad. And it was not 10 minutes into it. I look over, he is just sobbing. It is bad. But enough people weren't talking about it. Nobody's been arrested. That has to happen.
Right. You know? And if anything.
And that's why they do need to be talked about. We don't need to go and be Joseph Morris and make up stop, leave me alone bullshit.
Right.
I called that out immediately, but that is wrong. But also, you know, again, I feel like I say this all the time, and maybe I'm just overdoing it, but it was YouTube channel that found Gabby. That's a damn fact. That is just a fact.
Yeah. Had there not been so much pressure out there and so much attention, those people would have never thought anything about that YouTube video. They never would have gotten it out there. I think there is some help there. Now, obviously, there's people out there that are doing the wrong thing, right? Like,
right.
You can't go out there making accusations against people and nothing to do with it because now you're ruining their lives for no reason. But continuing to talk about things, that gives the police more tips sometimes. It makes somebody think of something or go back and, oh, I didn't realize that because oddly enough, these things can be national news. And there's still people that live right next door that are completely oblivious that it ever happened.
Right.
So, I mean, a portion like the Lori Vallow situation,
Oh my
uh,
God.
a lot of that took place in and around where I live,
Right.
and I didn't know about a
Mhm.
lot of these things. Like the brother was shot at just right
Yeah.
down the road from where I live. I
Yeah.
had never heard a damn thing about it. But when these things get this kind of attention, then it jogs people's memories that maybe, oh, I didn't even know this was happening. You know what? I did see something weird last Tuesday or whatever.
Right.
It just helps get awareness. Again, you have to be responsible with that. But
That was the nephew.
was it the nephew,
It was the niece's soon
boyfriend?
to be ex-husband. They were going through a divorce.
Okay, yeah. I knew somebody was getting
I
divorced.
just watched her interrogation, and seriously, I'm not kidding. It took all I had to watch it because I wanted the cop to say, "Listen, make this shit stop." It's don't. Oh, good God.
Right. And that's my
It's frustrating as shit. And she literally was like, well, she didn't, when they told her he was shot or shot at, she didn't even say, is he okay? Nothing like that. Well, I hope that, nobody thinks that me or my aunt did this. Really?
right.
Before you're going to talk about, is it safe for my children to go around him? Before you're going to say, is he okay? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. But her kid screams the whole time.
Right. And the husbands, and I mean, there was a lot that was going on just right in my
Mhm.
neck of the woods, right in my neighborhood, basically.
Yes, it was. Mhm.
And I had no
That
idea
did
about it.
happen right by you.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't know anything about it. Had no idea it even was a thing. So
No, a lot of her crimes were in
the Gilbert Mesa,
Chandler Gilbert.
the
Mhm.
East
Mhm.
Valley area in if you're not familiar with Arizona, there's the East Valley, the West Valley, but all of it was in the East Valley area, and it's
Mhm.
where I'm at and have been for a really long time. So it's, to me,
Where
it
we're
was
all at.
right. So to me, it's good to talk about these things and keep the pressure on the police so that these don't turn into these terrible cold cases. For whatever reason, I always think about the burger chef and Jeff murders there a long, long time ago in Michigan. Those are unsolved. They've never solved it. Those were kids. Those were teenagers, all killed at their place.
Like the yogurt one.
The yogurt one, that one too.
Mhm.
This one's got a burger chain. But these cases are decades old, and they'll probably never be solved. Let's be honest. And they're horrific.
Mhm. Yep.
So I hope with pressure and people continuing to talk about it, this doesn't become one of those cases, because Summer's right. It's very mysterious. It's very odd. Nothing about it makes any sense, and it's horrific. Just absolutely
No,
brutal.
because this person scares me. I'm not afraid of Lori Vallow. Now, I probably should be.
She should be afraid of me.
But I'm not, yeah, I'm not afraid of her. I'm not afraid of a lot of these people. But whoever did this, I'm afraid of. I'm not going to lie. And that's what makes it really weird to me.
Yeah. This was a absolutely horrific situation. Obviously, we have not seen crime scene photos, and I don't ever want to see those. I used to be way more okay with some of that stuff back when I was younger and not a mother and wanted to do death investigations and things like that. Now, no, thank you. I can't handle it. I don't need that anxiety-inducing imagery in my mind when I'm trying to go to sleep. But from the sounds of it, it was absolutely horrifying in there. Like I think you've said a few times, it's like a horror movie.
Well, the fact that there's blood running down the outside of the house.
Right.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
For me. No, I think that I really had believed at one time that they had DNA. It didn't come up in CODIS or anything. But at this point, I don't know, maybe they don't have it, which would really be insane for that person to have gone in there and not left any DNA. That would be crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that's unlikely.
Right, me too. So how are we not getting to the bottom of that?
Well, that to me also says that maybe it's not like, I mean, like I know you've talked about Jack D and his motive and stuff, but if they've got DNA, I imagine they're checking it against pretty much anybody that's suspected.
Well, if they're willing to give it.
I think if there were people not willing to give it, we probably would have heard about it by now. I mean, look at Kaylee's dad. Do you think if Jack D didn't submit his DNA, Kaylee's dad would just shut up? The human sledgehammer. I think he'd be all over TV.
Well, what I think is that if someone's not submitting to it, then you go get their trash.
Right.
You've done this to me. So there's just way too many weird things going on here. If they have DNA, then they need to have, if it's anyone close and they haven't gotten their DNA at this point, they need to start doing the ancestry shit.
Yeah. No, they got theirs. They could send them off there, but that's why I'm saying it. I think we're all going to be super shocked. Whoever it is, I don't think it's going to be anybody that's on anybody's radar. And I had the unfortunate task of sorting through all that 4chan bullshit. I saw a lot going on in there. I don't wish that on any of you. But I think they're even going to be shocked. I don't think it's anybody that's been brought up, because I think the police have likely used DNA at this point to clear a lot of those people. That's just my guess. It's been a long time.
Well, they've had to have.
And if they had touched DNA back for Liza Fletcher in under 48 hours, they've got this by now.
Right.
At least some kind of DNA.
Yeah, it's impossible that person didn't leave something.
Yeah, I mean, I know they collected, I think, 113 pieces of evidence. And then obviously you have to sort through that. What do you want DNA tested? You got to pick and choose. But I think they would have gotten something enough back by now.
I see.
Comparison.
Yeah, I can't imagine that those things haven't happened. I just don't. To me, like I said, they either have a very good idea or they have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
No idea scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because if they have ever at any time worried about the reputation of that town and that school, not solving this is not going to be okay. I do believe originally they were worried way too much about the reputation of the school. I think they were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they kept having that guy, he had there for no good reason. Hello, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Oh, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you, Faith. Thanks for coming in. We're sitting here just trying to brainstorm the whole Idaho 4. We know nothing. We just like to talk about, act like we do know something. But, I keep telling myself, what one person I heard, an retired FBI the other day say, if the cops are doing their job, then what they know or what we know is 5% of what they know.
Right.
And I hope that's true.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, the fact that they've interviewed 250 people, I have to imagine those have not been all just garbage, nothing, nonsense burgers.
Yeah, but then again, you know what? Another FBI guy said they should have interviewed at least 1,000.
Right. But see, this is also a really small town, though. How many people live in this town, even when the students are in town? Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you there's percentages at play here. I'm just saying you can't necessarily just throw out a number. And I'm not trying to necessarily defend them. I still feel like they are. There's 25,000 people that live there. That is not a lot of humans.
Well, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it very much. And many blessings to you. Thank you.
They've interviewed damn near 10% of the population.
Well,
I just
then how come? Okay, but they were going to say there's 22,000 Elantras. So that almost everybody there has one.
I think it's in Idaho, not maybe the whole county, the whole state, something like that. But if there's only, and it says 25,950 people was the population of Idaho as of Moscow, Idaho, as of 2021. If they've interviewed 250 people, that's 10% of the population. Man, that's a lot.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just. Hello, Justice Jane. Who do you think is the killer in Idaho?
Oh, yeah, no. 1% of the population. I can't read tonight.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry, I hit my buttons wrong. I knew that sounded weird, but.
Oh, have you shared your good news yet?
Not yet.
No,
Still too soon.
That's me too, Justice Jane. I think it's Jack D. I do. Yeah, you get to answer that, Mr. Snotty, because it's not
Mr. Snotty has good news.
Huh?
Mr. Snotty has good news.
Well, you know the good news, but
good news of comfort and joy.
I was on live whenever I got off real quick so he could tell me, but he still tells me that I am not allowed to let the cat rear out of the bag. I want to.
Think about it. A lot of their DNA is going to be in the house because it's a party house. Yeah, I think so too, Summer. But I mean, I heard their hands were bagged. I think if there was any type of fighting that went on, which we've heard there was, you'd be looking at under the fingernails would be likely spots. You'd be looking at.
But we also do not see a trail of blood leaving the place.
Right. So I mean, obviously, I don't think they were hurt too badly.
Right.
But I can scratch myself right now. And I mean,
right.
I have skin cells under my fingernails immediately, but I'm also not bleeding either. So.
Well, I definitely scratch myself and leave a stack of cells I see.
Yeah. When I was painting, I told you, I showed you my arm. I still have a scar. I just bumped into the TV mount, and I looked over and there was just flesh hanging from it, and I wasn't even bleeding. I was completely fine. It was disgusting. You could see hair from my arm.
Oh God.
It was totally gross a bit, and I have a scar, but I wasn't bleeding. So I mean, I don't know that a trail of blood would be necessary if you've been scratched.
Yeah, I think digital that's what I can't believe. That's what has to be involved here that we don't know about, because between a phone, a smartwatch, Apple, whatever, there is so much of that shit.
Right.
That even when you think that it's not, even if you put your phone on airplane mode or whatever, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that somebody knows every damn thing I'm doing, no matter what.
Right.
Besides the fact I have a big fat mouth and I tell, but put it online.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this where I saw it. Where someone had posted a map of of the different places that they had heard the police had gotten surveillance video from. And that's what made me think of it when Summer said the digital evidence. The police are definitely tracking something. I saw.
I didn't see that.
I'm trying to find it right now. I had seen it a couple of different times, and I can't remember where I had seen it, but places where it was verified that they had retrieved surveillance video from different shops and things like that. They were definitely following a trail.
Oh, okay. I have to get somebody's opinion on this. So the vape store guy, did you watch that?
I have not watched it. He looks weird, and I've heard it's weird.
I don't buy his story at all.
Yes, I've heard that as well.
Brian Enton interviewed him, and I think he's full of shit.
Yeah, I saw that there was a video. I just haven't watched it. It seemed like nonsense to me. That's apparently the only person that said that Kaylee said she had a stalker.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel what he said was what it sounded, what they said already. And I think he just wants to act like he knows something he doesn't, and he just wanted to, I don't know, but I just, and then when he asked him to repeat himself, he literally did not repeat himself. So like, just shut up. But yes, no, something like that. You're right, Justice Jane. I think that too, because how could he have not have a trail of blood? I just can't. And you know what I've also said is like a bunny suit or something, like, when you go in a clean room.
Yeah, but that's a real suspicious thing just be walking around in.
Well, of course. But you know what I did hear when I was actually going potty? I heard you saying something about the lights out back, that it's very well lit up.
That's what I heard. I saw a picture of it.
But my understanding is that is only since the murders.
No, I saw the string lights. I don't think the police separated.
No, what? Okay, hold on a second.
I know, I'm not arguing that. That's what I saw. So
a lot of neighbors have said that since the murders, there are a lot more lights are up, and now all of a sudden they have cameras. All kinds of things have changed since then. And one of the neighbors, when Chris McDonough and his wife were there, said that prior to the murders, when they would take their dog out for a walk, they would always wear a headlamp because it was pitch black. You could not see anything out there at all.
Okay. And
now you can see a lot. So it wasn't that way before. I'm just telling you what I heard. I've never been there.
No, that could definitely be the case for sure.
I mean, you know how it is out here. It's pitch black.
Well, that's why I said that. I was like, I mean, who knows if they left their lights on all the time. I just had seen a picture of it, and somebody was saying, wow, if those lights are on all the time, you'd be lit up like the 4th of July trying to get back here.
They said it was not like that.
I'll be right back. I'm going to look into something right now. It seems weird, but I have to use the restroom anyway. So I'm going to look into this before I show it to you.
Okay. Yeah, don't give us some bullshit. Yeah, I really don't think that they meant to. I don't think that Xana and Ethan were intended. I don't. Especially for Ethan to be out of the bedroom. I think he was caught off guard. And Xana's dad said she had defensive wounds. So I just think that he came across Ethan and that happened, and Xana heard some of it, so he had to go in there. I don't think they were intended. That's my opinion. I don't think so. All the gingerbread men, so it's time to put little people in bed. Oh, you have a very blessed Christmas too. And just keep your spirits up. We've all got you in prayer for sure. You're in our thoughts, our prayers for sure. That's so cute. Are you wearing your shirt? I just wonder if you're wearing your Christmas shirt. I don't know what Fig's going to come up with for us, but
Hopefully she doesn't go online while she's in the bathroom. I'd lay money right now. One of those people. Yeah, I have some issues with the roommates. And again, maybe it's because we haven't heard everything. We don't know what they've said. But I don't like that they had so many friends over there before the police got there. That to me, with that kind of a scene, why are you calling friends? You'd be freaking the hell out. You'd be running down the street screaming your head off. I would be. I don't know. I can't even see me having the wherewithal to call 911. I would just be crazy. Like I said, this person scares me. I'm afraid of this person, and I'm not really afraid of people. But this is one sick motherfucker. Fig needs to bust out with her, what she's got. Are you ready for Christmas, Summer? How about you, Justice Jane? Are you ready? Yeah, they had layers on. Yeah, I bet. But in some way, that would almost hinder you having the agility. Is that right? You would think. right? I mean, that would be hard. Oh, good. I'm glad. We had our Christmas with the kids last weekend, so. Oh, that's awesome. Such a wonderful time of year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Happy birthday to Jesus. He's ready here at the. Yeah, we're up at our property up north, so it's freezing. We spend that up here by ourselves every Christmas because we are with the kids earlier. I'm curious if they took or if they could look back at videos and service stations, every direction's around. Yeah, I think that's what Fig is pulling up. She said she found a map where of all the digital or the surveillance things I have. That's where she went right now to go get that and to go potty. Her needs a tinkle, I guess. Yeah, I've never seen this map. Have you, Summer? I don't know where she got it at. I think she might be making it up. Just kidding. She didn't do that. I know better. She knows better than that. Just playing. Just playing with you. Is it cold where you're at, Justice Jane? I think it's probably cold everywhere. Right. You know what? They could pull up a thing to say, all the phones in the area. Right? Can't they do that? I feel like they know every single thing I do, so I'm really curious how the hell they don't know this kind of shit. Yeah. Did you see on that one video, it does show yeah, I thought he was full of shit. That was just dumb, if you ask me. Yeah, I think that I feel like they probably have a good idea, but I'm starting to lose hope in that. That's funny.
True.
It is. It's totally true.
Sorry, back now. It's gone a little longer than I thought it'd be.
Okay, Summer wants to see this map.
Oh yeah, I didn't find it. I was looking at something else. I got distracted. I'm sorry. It was related, but I got distracted by it. It was nonsense, of course. Surveillance. I saw it a bunch on a few days ago. I'm trying to think if there was somebody I follow on Twitter that had posted it, maybe. Or if it was. just something I happened to run across because unfortunately I'll get myself stuck into Twitter holes and I'll just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then I can't remember where I saw something. So, try to see if I can find it. I'll keep looking. You can go ahead and chat it up. I'll find it eventually.
I haven't heard of it. Okay, I just want to prove to everybody. Oh. What is this? I think I have 2 different Twitters. What the hell? Oh, for heavens to Murgatroyd. No wonder. Yeah, because it says I have 0 followers, and I did not understand that. But I think it's the wrong. I didn't know I had 2. I barely have 1. Look. Look at the name.
Oh, it's not the same.
Right. Oh, for shit sack. All right. Well, problem solved right there. It was user error, as per norm.
Glad we fixed that.
Oh my God. So where is my other Twitter? I don't know. I really want to use other media sources, but I don't know how, clearly. Social media is what I mean. He makes up shit. No, I feel like Summer, what he did is he just said what we've all heard and acted like he heard it. I don't think they knew him from Adam, and I don't think he knew them either. He just wanted to get involved in the mix. That's my thinking. I just ignored everything I heard about that. So Fig just wants to keep busting in and teasing us with shit.
Sorry, I just muted myself because I'm eating chips and I didn't want it to be like really loud while I'm looking for this map. So I was trying to, you know.
Yeah, well, that's probably good, but
yeah, sorry, I was trying to be nice.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm not sure what to say.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. Damn it. Sometimes I'm just busy and I'm doing things and I see stuff. I need to just keep screenshotting and sending it, even if I feel like it's nonsense at the time. Just got too much stuff going on over here at the Fig household.
Yeah, it is a busy time of year. That's for sure.
Yes, yeah, it's a busy time of year, and I got, the husband in there tore an Achilles by coughing. So it's borderline useless during this busy time of the year.
Right.
So that's not super helpful. Okay, so I found one. This isn't the one I had originally seen. Give me a sec while it loads. But this one was posted by News Nation, so at least I have a little more faith in its legitimacy.
Okay. Do you see do you see my NECA?
I see what now? Your neck? Yes, I see your neck.
Right here.
Oh, your necklace. Oh, that's beautiful.
My
What
neck.
have you got? Okay, so let me see. Let me. Okay, so I think it's this tab right here. Yeah, that's the one it is.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
I mean, not really. Don't get that excited about it.
Well, I am.
Like I said, this isn't the one I had originally seen. I got to close a bunch of stuff out now because it's like running super slow. So I have it pulled up. So if you want to approve it, you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Whatever you want to do. So this is one of them. The one I saw, I think, was a little more updated. I think this is maybe not as updated as. Whoa. Let me see when this was posted. Does it say the 15th? Okay, so I think I've definitely seen one more recent than this one. But if you look, so these are the spots that the police have taken footage from.
Can you make it larger?
I can try.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you've got the crime scene, obviously the bottom left here. And then if they go over, there's an A&W restaurant. You keep taking that road over. There's a gas station. And then you shoot up, and then there's where the liquor store is at, right, where they took footage from. And so I think I'm going to open a different tab really quick and see. Okay, I shouldn't mess with that. So if you look at that. And then I saw more recently, they started asking for surveillance footage from surrounding cities as well. I'm going to pull up the map of this area. I've pulled up this house so many times it pops up immediately when I start typing on Google Maps. I'll just zoom out here. Yeah, so basically if you're looking at that map there, where the liquor store footage is taken, it looks like that would be where they get on the highway. It looks like Highway 8.
Right.
From my understanding, if I'm looking at this map correctly, and I am terrible with directions and maps, but this is pretty simple. You got one highway going on north and south, and you got one going east and west. It basically stops in Moscow. So that's Highway 8, right where the liquor store video is. So it looks like you leave this general area where Greek Row is all at, because right above there, that curvy road, that's Greek Row. So you're going to shoot over all the way over here, and that road where the gas station where video was taken, where that label is at, that's the highway also, but it's kind of more of a road at that point, but that's the same highway.
Okay, yeah. I've seen it on TV.
Yes, that's where you would get on there, and then you go north, and then you can continue to go north, like on Highway 95, or you would cut and go west on Highway 8, which would be towards Washington. So just to the left of this screen would be the state of Washington, like the line, the border there.
Right.
And so I saw where, let me see if this is it really quick, and then I'll share this part too. But I saw where they're actually they're asking for surveillance from other surrounding cities now. And if I remember correctly, they're all off of that highway, essentially. Like it's all in the direction. So it'd be going into the state of Washington.
Yeah, because it's very close.
Yes.
The border is quite close.
Yeah, basically according to what we're looking at now, this map, it is like just to the left of this map. It's right there. In fact, that's where that weird stick juggling neighbor works.
Oh,
just across the border.
A stick juggling. and on.
Yeah, that guy. I think I saw that map on Twitter where they're asking for stuff from Troy. Yep. So if you've got Moscow, you continue down the 8 and you run into Troy, I guess. They're asking for video surveillance. I'm hearing from that area as well. So it says investigators traveled at least 24 miles to collect surveillance video related to the killings. Investigators traveled. Okay, so that's all going east, I guess. The map I have is probably a little messed up. So I guess if you flip this the other way, my apologies. From what I was saying earlier, told you I'm bad at maps.
Right.
So they basically followed Highway 8, collecting more surveillance footage, going into other towns, and then going down all the way to Kendrick, which is off of the other highway. So, I mean, to me, it definitely looks like they're following what they're seeing. Right?
Right. There's a method to it.
They're clearly following a path. I mean, you can see it's basically like this is kind of how you would go. You're going to leave here, you're going to drive that way, drive there, go up that highway, and then now they're following that highway. So they're on to something at least.
So if that's the case, then that's not Jack D.
Following that highway. So they're on to something. I would guess, yeah. I would guess.
Huh.
I mean, whoever it was left the state or something. So,
right, because Jack D lives right there.
Right. So, I told you it wasn't that exciting. I wasn't, trying to get everybody all jazzed about something, but.
Well, it looks like we don't have anybody left in here.
Yep, everybody took off. My bad. Took off on you for a while.
No, I think it's late and it's Christmas and,
Mm-hmm.
just a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I say we cut it.
Yep, well, sounds good to me.
I'm really tired.
Same.
Yikes. Sorry.
So,
yeah, I'm super duper. But thank everybody that's been here, and please hit like. And everybody have a very, very Merry Christmas. Happy birthday, Jesus. And
yes, Merry Christmas and happy HBD, JC.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I love you all so much. And good night.